Hello and welcome. I hope you are having a great day. In this video, we are going to understand gradient boosted decision trees. So we'll see the algorithm here, the complete algorithm. So before we begin, let's do a quick recap of what are gradient boosting machines. Okay. So this is what we saw for what is a gradient boosting machine. So say for example, you have to predict let's see this with example, house price. So we'll do a house price prediction. So say our target is $500,000. Okay. What does GBM do? So what it does is it will build a series of very simple models or high bias models. So the first will start with a very basic initial guess, which is average of all the house prices in that city. So say that is $400,000. So our initial guess is $400,000. Okay, these are initial. So these all are AI generated images. So there are some mistakes. So I'll correct them, but there will be some mistake. This is just for illustration purpose. Okay. So at the starting, we do average of all the prices. So what is the residual error to fix? What is the remaining? $100,000. So we started with 500k and then initial guess was 400k. Okay. So remaining is 100k. Then we need to bridge only this. Now 500k is not our target. Only the remaining is our target. So now we'll train the next tree on this thing. Say for example, it guessed 80k. Okay. So we have some learning rate so that it doesn't overfit very soon. So we multiplied with the 0.1 learning rate. So we get 408k. So what is remaining now? 92k. This for the next tree. This is the target. That I don't need 100k completely. Now your target is to learn only 92,000. Okay. Learn those parameters. So it gets 110k. So 0.1 110. So your value will be now 419. What is the gap now? So the remaining gap is 81k. So the next tree has to guess only 81k. It makes some guess. It can go over, it can go under. So it guesses only 70k. So that will be reduced. So the remaining will be 74k and so on. So the next tree's target will be 74k. And it will make a guess. Each one will have its own prediction. And we will finally will combine all these 1, 2, 3 okay M trees together. Each one is learning on the errors of the previous one. 2 is fixing the errors of the previous and 3 is fixing the errors of the previous one, and so on. It becomes better and better, and finally my error will become 0. This is what gradient boosting machines does. Why are they called gradient boosting machines? We have discussed this when we discussed the gradient is equal to the pseudo residuals that we are trying to bridge. Okay, the residuals, right? So the gradient is equivalent to the pseudo residuals, and we mapped it to the gradient descent weight update function in function space. So if not, then watch the gradient boosting machine. There we have done all the fundamentals plus maths. Okay, let's continue. So what is gradient boosting machine? So we'll revisit the equation again. So your mth model prediction. Okay, if you're training m models, m iterations, so you start with an initial guess for mean squared error. This is the average or the mean, and then this is your learning rate. Okay, this is a learning rate new, and then we have m such trees, m equal to 1 to m. So we train m such trees, and this whole thing is nothing but the prediction of your tree or your weak learner. This is your prediction. So we give a data point, and what is the prediction of that tree? So this is a prediction coming from that tree. What does it mean? So this is I is an indicator. So RJM. So each tree. So say for example, you have a tree like this, and there will be more such branches. So if it is not a simple decision stump, it can be a shallow decision tree also. Okay. So this is your say mth tree, and this is say for example your jth branch. So this is nothing but what is called your region. So this R is your this. RJM means jth leaf of the mth tree. This is what your gamma JM also means. That is the contribution of that mth tree or the leaf. Wherever your data point will fall, right? After going through all this, so all these decisions, it will go, right? It will go through the decision whether this is less, yes, no, and it will fall in some leaf. That is the region where data is going to fall, and we'll take the average of all the residuals here, and that's what is gamma for mean squared error. So we'll take the optimized value in mean squared error, that's the average of all those values, and that will be my prediction for that data point. Okay, let's revise each term each one by one. So f0x is nothing but here, and see, okay, let's do a few more things. So these j equal to 1 to jm, so this is your number of leaves in the mth tree. Okay, this is what was remaining, and this I is your indicator function. I'll cover it now. So jm is nothing but your m for mth tree. There can be j leaves. Okay, so f0x is the initial guess base model, usually a constant, and this is average for mean squared error. M is the total number of boosting iterations or number of trees. Number of iterations equal to number of trees. How many times you are iterating? Gamma jm is the leaf weight. Weight of the leaf where that new prediction data point will fall. The optimized value for the leaf j in tree m. Okay. For MSE, this is the average of all residuals. We have proved this in the GBM video also. Why this is the average. New is the learning rate as we have for gradient boosting. So in gradient boosting, what did we do? We came down the hill to come to the optimum 0. Okay. Similarly here, this is what we are reducing the weights, right? So that my net loss becomes 0. Here also, what are we doing? We are training, new functions are coming in, and each function will reduce the error. So we start with some error, and finally the error should go to 0, and there will be each new model which weight update is equal to new model here, equivalent to new model m1, m2, m3, like this. New models will there, and finally the error will become 0. This is equivalent to your gradient descent, and your gradient is equal to the residual, the negative the residual. Okay, we have proved this also in the last class for MSc mean squared error. So this is your learning rate or shrinkage, how much I want to take into account the contribution of this model. Okay, and then here this is the indicator function, whether this data point x, whatever data point I am considering, whether it falls in this leaf j of the MS tree or 0 otherwise. Which leaf? It will fall in one particular leaf, right? For other leaves it will be 0. And for all the leaves in that, it means whichever data points are there, right? So there are multiple data points. So for which, whether it is there in this leaf or not, that's what it indicates. And RJM is a region jth leaf of mth tree. Okay, these are the terminologies. Okay, let's see the algorithm. So this is a GBDT algorithm, gradient boosted decision trees. So what do? We initialize. So we initialize with the average value for mean squared error. I'll give you this example. Same thing can be done for log loss for classification also. And then we loop. This is our iterative loop from I equal to 1 to m for m trees. M high bias or very simple trees will be trained. So first what we do, we calculate the pseudo residuals RIM for each data point in the mth tree. I'll calculate the residuals, and then I'll fit a regression tree so that my residuals are minimized, whatever is the residual remaining for that model. This is your mth tree. I'll fit a tree, decision tree, regression decision tree. Okay, and then the compute leaf weights for each leaf. So there will be, this is your tree. For each leaf, how many data points have come here, of which type, and what is the average weight of this leaf, jth leaf of mth tree. This is your jth leaf. Okay, so what is my weight? So this is generally average of all the residuals. This is the average of residuals, RIMs, that are for that data points. For each, this data point is for these residuals is for each data point. All the data points will fall in this leaf, and I'll take the average of all those residuals in that leaf, and then I'll take out, okay, what is remaining now, and I'll train the next model on the remaining gamma, if you can say. Okay, and then we'll update the model with the formula that now I'll update the model that this much residual has been fixed. Now you need to only cover the remaining residual that is yet to be covered. Okay, let's see each step one by one. So this is what I have seen. So this is initially your average model or mean model for MSC. So we'll calculate the iterative, this is initialization, and then step 2, iterative loop. So calculate pseudo residuals RIM, then fit the regression tree HM of X, compute the leaf weights, each one has a formula. I'll tell, and then update the model using this formula, and then we combine all the trees, and your gamma for J is given by residual for all the average residual for that node or leaf. Okay, so let's see each step one by one. This is just a kind of infographic for that. Initialization step, first step. So start with a function that minimizes our loss function. For MSC it's mean. We have proved this in the last video. Why it is so. So f0x is the gamma which minimizes my loss function, and my loss function for MSC is yi minus gamma whole square, because we don't have a tree currently. So we start with a gamma. So this gamma will be equal to mean of all the values of all the yi's, yi by n, sum all the yi and then divide by n. Then the second step, calculate the pseudo residuals RIM. Find the gradient of error. The gradient is the negative gradient is the pseudo residual. Okay, so gradient is your to minus of pseudo residual. Pseudo residual is the remaining residual. What needs to be fixed for this tree? What needs to be covered for this tree? And then it will make a guess. Okay, this is a simple tree, so it won't make a exact guess. It will come close by. And tells us the direction and magnitude needed to reduce the loss. Sometimes it will be positive, sometimes it may overshoot, and then we have to come back negative. Okay, same way as gradient descent, and this is given by the partial derivative of the loss function with respect to the current function, as it did with the gradient descent weights. And this is your current function is your the last function f m minus x. This is your residual for the mth iteration. This is your gradient with respect to the last model, means what is the residual remaining with after the last model has been fit. And then fit the regression tree hm of x, and then predict the residual. Whatever is the residual, we try to predict that. And then the tree partitions the data into leaves, which called regions. And these are the leaves that I'm talking about, regions, and each RJM will have the corresponding gamma JM, that what is the contribution or weight of that leaf for the residual, that will be average of the residuals in that. And whichever node falls, whichever data falls in that, right, that will be the, and for that will count the contribution. Okay, so compute the leaf weights. So this is your gamma JM. Within each leaf, we calculate the optimal value of gamma that minimizes the loss for that samples in that leaf. So for each leaf, we'll calculate the value gamma that minimizes the loss for that samples. And for MSC, we calculated that this is your average for that residual. And how is this gamma is defined? This is equal to the loss of actual value minus the difference between, okay, and then the last model's prediction plus gamma, that is your current model prediction. What is there? What needs to be predicted? Okay, so this is your gamma JM. So that is the actual value, and till now what has been predicted, till now last model what it has predicted, plus the gamma. This is your generic equation, and this can be again depending upon the loss function. How is the loss function defined? So for mean squared error, we defined the loss function, and we found out that the gamma JM is equal to the average of all the residuals on that node. This is for MSC. Okay, so this is what it does. And the next step, we update the model. So all these steps will be very clear when we do an example in the next video. But understanding this also, I'm explaining all the formula here. In the next video, we'll just directly do the problem. So add the new correction, whatever needs to be corrected to the existing model, scale by the learning rate. So this is your learning rate. So this is your next model. This is your previous model. Till now, whatever it has fixed. This is a recursive solution plus whatever is the contribution of this week learner. This is the contribution or prediction. Sorry. Prediction of this. So till now, what was the prediction? What remained? On that, it will make a prediction, and I'll multiply it with the learning rate, and I'll update my model. And after that, only the remaining part will be required for the next model to predict. Okay, and this I is the indicator function for the RJM region. That is the leaf. It is one if data point X was in that leaf, and it is 0 otherwise. Okay, so this is the algorithm that we have seen. Okay, in the next video we will understand it using an example, then it will become very clear. So I insist that, I'll not insist, I'll suggest that you watch that video. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. Have a great day ahead, and bye for now.